Lust is going to kill you. Lust is the reason why I'm going to outwork you and I'm going to be successful before you, because if you cannot control your lust as a man, you will generally never reach empire. Look at the book of Eden. Adam and Eve. Like, what always happens, the man that falls victim to his urges will never be a successful man. And this is coming from a guy who dealt with lust, masturbation, and with women, and now who's on the other side of it, who's generally, bro, I realized once I've conquered lust or I've practiced semen retention, lust is not something that holds on to me. I can go 30 plus days without it and see my life completely change. If you were to pay attention to me, look at my content, look what I improve on so many levels because I put my sexual energy, I transmute it into my business and what I do, bro. Like, bro, I was like 45 plus days semen retention. I've grown 10,000 plus followers. I made so much money in my business, other side hustles, because you're like a walking good luck magnet when you're holding your sexual energy. And women are tripping, bro, because women want to be independent. Oh, I don't need no man to do my own shit. Goofy bitch. Listen, if you were to realize, this is why they had the father and the brother choose a spouse for the woman, because the woman's gonna choose emotionally, and the men have a better decision making in that realm, right? Because they understand men. If a woman was smart, she'd realize a woman in her 20 to 25 is at her peak, right? A man in his 20 is the beginning of his peak, is the beginning of his value, right? A man and woman in their 20s are two different spots. So if a woman was smart, or she allowed the brother or dad to choose, he would choose a man that shows and displays certain competent qualities. He's ambitious, maybe he has discipline, he has a good body, he has sexual discipline, he's building the business. These are things that a woman should look for. Some women are not willing to invest in a man when he's at the lower of his value because they want what's already up. When you get a man that's already at the peak of his value, he's not going to treat you the same because he already worked hard for this shit. He's not going to work hard for this to deal with a woman that's at the lowest of her value. It doesn't make sense. So if a woman were smart, some women are, but majority, I'm talking about majority here, if you were to invest in a man where he's not fully where you want to be yet, but he's displaying qualities of discipline, ambitious, he has a business going for himself, he has a good head on his shoulders, bro, invest in that man. Okay, he might fuck up, he might sleep around, whatever, cool, but guess what? This man is still becoming, he's still becoming great. If these women can see through that and stop thinking, but it's like women are emotional creatures, men are logical creatures. That's just how it goes. That's how we're biologically wired. So I'm not blaming and pointing fingers at women. Men and women both have contributions to the pie, right? But it's just like when you realize that lust is the only thing that's stopping you from becoming great, you will realize that, man, you could have had success. You could have been like, bro, there's so many men that are 30 years old, 35 years old that don't realize that lust was the reason why they're not where they wanted to be in life, bro. Like, when I stop wasting my energy on women, this might be a little crooked, y'all, but I'm in the sauna. It is what it is, bro. This download came to me. Downloads come to you when you're in the sauna because you have no time. You have nothing but just time to think. Bro, you realize, bro, lust is literally just, it's the number one thing that makes every man fall. When you can retain your sexual energy, which is something like, just generally think about this. The shit that's inside your body, your sexual energy can literally create a whole another life. It can create a whole nother human being, right? A whole nother you, and you choose to waste it. What happens if you choose to retain this and actually transmute this? Because we all know energy does not destroy, it generally only transfers. So if you hold your sexual energy, where does it go, right? It literally goes into your business, your workouts, your mindset, your body, your relationships with people, bro. I personally notice while I'm practicing sexual transmutation, some men are like, "No, bro, I don't know if I can do that." Bro, it's because you're a chump, bro. You're used to being comfortable. You just say it, just admit it. You are okay with being comfortable and being average. That's literally what it is, bro. I'm being 100. And I can say this because I actually practice what I preach. I've done 40 plus days of semen retention, and I've been on the side where I was fucking different women and doing that lifestyle. And I realized everything in moderation, of course. I'm not saying it's bad to go sleep with women. I feel like a man should have sexual experience so he can understand women. A man that literally just deals with one woman for the rest of his life, I feel like he's ignoring his nature. I feel like a man dealing with just one woman, you are literally, it's like it's like a person that has everything at his fingertips and he chooses to just have just one. You have the ability to buy 4 supercars, but you only buy just one, right? It's like you're only going to get better with age. Your value goes up, but you choose to settle at 20 to 23, 24, 25 when you're not even at the peak of your value and her value is depreciating like a fucking car. And it's just like, I thought about it. It's like, okay, it can either be, oh, I'm polygamous, or maybe I'm just, I can't choose the right woman. Bro, it's what it really is if you find a woman who displays good qualities, she rubs your back, she takes good care of you, and she genuinely loves you, because you want to choose the woman who chooses you, not the woman you want, then you can nurture her, take that woman serious, invest in her, right? But that doesn't mean that you have to be a cuck to your woman. You have to still wake up, bro. Go after your purpose, man. Show up for yourself. Get your body right. Get your mind right. Constantly be improving. And when you realize that, bro, women fall in love with the finished product, or some women fall in love with the potential of you being a great person, right? So that's why it's good to display, because women are the perfect example of what your value is, bro. Because women will treat you based off the value you exude. You know what I'm saying? That's just 100. Women are brutally honest, bro. 100. So if you're a man who is of value, or you have something about you that's competent, you can potentially be great, bro. Imagine if you just ignore a woman. You go on semen retention, what you're doing, you're taking the crown off her head and putting it on yours. And bro, watch how women treat you when you don't give a fuck about the pussy, bro. When you just genuinely there to chill with her, you genuinely look at women differently. You don't look at them for how they can physically please you. You look at how can you mentally stimulate them. What do they bring to the table? What are their desires? What kind of person they are spiritually? This is how you choose a good spouse if you do procreate to create other kids and like carry on your legacy. Niggas be having babies by these women that they don't even really know. You think you know her until she has a kid, and you're like, damn, this is a whole different person, because you procreated with her when you were in your lower nature. You weren't retaining your seed. You weren't thinking logically. You were moving irrationally, and you were moving off emotion like a woman. When a man's holding his sexual energy, he's focused. He's dialed in on his purpose. He's building everything in his empire. He attracts the woman. You attract the right woman. And I'm not saying every woman you attract will be the right woman, but you attract women, and you can choose better. You can choose the right woman, because some niggas will choose the woman because the sex is good and she sound good. She know how to talk nice. But when you are balancing your sexual energy and you understand how to transmute your sexual energy, what it's doing is this life force energy. What it's doing is it's restoring all of your cells within your body and strengthening your spiritual connection with God and Source. It's strengthening your masculine essence. So not only are you connected with Source and you're in your divine masculine energy, what happens when you're connected with Source and you're in your divine masculine energy? You make better decisions. You're more tapped into your intuition and discernment. You attract better quality people and relationships in general, which means in all reality, you're going to attract a better quality woman. I noticed when I'm on semen retention, I attract better quality women. When I was literally just losing my seed, sleeping with women, or even masturbating, bro, you attract low quality women that are in that same frequency, because that's just, we're all spiritual beings. As a man, bro, go 30 days. If you generally can't go 30 days without sleeping with a woman or masturbating, you have a problem. And this is what's going to hold you back. I'm trying to tell you, bro, this is the key. This is like cult knowledge that like the Jews and all that shit, they know, like, this is just 5% of the occult knowledge they use. Sexual alchemy is something that a lot of greats use to become great. You get your best ideas, you get your most creative ideas. The video cut out while I was in the sauna. It was hot, but man, your sexual energy is literally the number one thing that's going to change your life and bring you to the next level. I'm a living proof of it. Your gains get better, your mind gets more on point, and you attract better in life in general. So if this resonates with you, I need you to comment down below, coach, if you want to work with me, and hit the like, subscribe button, man, because your sexual energy is literally your key to that's the number one key. Because think about it, a lot of men can't do it. So if you can do something a lot of men can't do, you're going to get the results a lot of men can't get.